Hey, welcome back to the. It is about that time of the day for me to head on out of here. If you're wondering who this is, my name is Nick, and I've been keeping you company all the way until 5 on Real Talk. And yeah, we're talking about a lot of these real stuff, that's happening right now in the UK. And one of this stuff is though the question in everyone's mind, the ethical questions that surround the COVID vaccine passports, and as discussions about these passports, accelerate with more people worldwide completing their COVID-19 shots. And a lot of people, like there's been 31 million people in the UK have had their first shot already. And, there's been a lot of these ethical questions coming into focus. So yeah, a lot of people are asking the issues like, hey, what is going on? What is this whole, what is the ethical issues about this? Well, for one, giving you an example, Israel is already issuing what they are called their green passes. So that's very similar to the COVID passports. So yeah, Australia, Denmark, and Sweden have also committed to implementing this passport. And the United States, the British government, and the European Union are also considering their own versions. Although these passport uses will be different, they all serve as proof that the bearer has been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 in an effort, to reopen economies safely. And there also been a lot of this, when it comes to these vaccines, especially even when the vaccines are more widely available. There've been a lot of this research that says that the rates among minorities and low-income people are likely to remain low, which could lead to discrimination. Additionally, a passport system would essentially penalize people with religious or philosophical objections to getting vaccinated. It would also penalize people who just want to get vaccinated. And yeah, they say, there's requiring, people who decline the vaccination to bear some consequence for their refusal only seems fair. I mean, this is what a bunch of the ministers are saying as well. And especially if collectively such hesitancy puts herd immunity out of reach. So that's something that they're talking about. We need everyone to get on board with this 100%. And when a couple of people don't really want to do it, well, that therein lies the issue. So the range of these competing arguments, there's been a lot of these authors, in their research that suggest it would be presumptuous and extremely unlike, especially when it comes to the United States also, to make these vaccine passport government policies, so officially make it official and make it, part of everyday life. This is not something that's likely about to happen, but a lot of the people in the UK especially are totally against it. And when it comes to this, like especially when it comes to researchers all say, could this actually backfire? I mean, showing a credential, could it backfire and lead to like a false sense of the security and a risk to public health? Well, people are not quite sure, what is going on. On one scale, people are saying, hey, it's okay to be taking these vaccines. It's okay to be taking these, especially these COVID passports. I mean, these passports are what we need right now, especially if you travel out of the country. But, being unable to do that, though, like if you don't take the passport, I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you're going to go and travel to another country, you are, going to have to follow their rules, their regulations, their policies. But inside the UK, when you want to travel inside your own country and you require a passport to go and visit, the mall, the pub, the theater, cinemas, whatever it could be, where a lot of these people, a mass of people, of audiences are gathering, and for you to not be able to enter that just because, one thing or the other, you refuse to take this COVID-19 vaccine, just shows, at the same time, people are going to be hesitant, especially when it comes to the younger generation. They're not going to be quite happy about it. And it is totally understandable. I mean, like I said, with what happened, it's been a year since we came out of lockdown. It's been 1 year since the whole pandemic happened. Like the whole lockdown situation started March 23rd. And now, and we can understand a lot of people are frustrated and we're trying to get back to normal. But for us to get back to normal, we have to make sure we follow the regulations, even though a lot of us are not going to be happy about it and we are going to be criticizing it. It's all for the better. It's all for the greater good. I feel like, the government is doing their best as well. especially when it comes to the rollout of the vaccine. The government is doing their utmost, best when it comes to that. But, at the same time, yes, you got to look at these stuff. Sometimes it kind of looks a little shady when you look at it from another angle. Like, why do they even need to? Why are they making? They're saying it's not necessary, it's not compulsory. But then in the end, they're saying so you can't enter these bars or pubs or whatever because you are going to be barred from them because you don't have these passports. So that is just something that is getting a lot of criticism and feedback, from the general public and from the government alike. There's been mixed reviews and mixed, it's a lot of people are criticizing it and a lot of people are also on board with it. So let's see, how it goes as time moves on. Hopefully everything will get resolved by the time it happens. But, we can always hope for the better future. But with that being said, it is about that time of the day for me to bounce out of here and make way for my buddy Tim, who'll be keeping you company on the buzz. So make sure to hit him up. And with that, you can catch me again tomorrow, same time, same place, same frequency. My name is Nick, and I'm out of here.